Welcome to the Anything Else podcast, special episode.
Yeah.
We haven't started season 3 yet, but we are hanging out down here at the VR Matrix, having a good old time today, playing some VR games. We've got a guest host today as well, because our beloved Ollie Aldrich is across the pond getting his passports sorted out and all that. So we've got the mighty William Wallace here.
AKA Wally. Woo, 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 Wally.
Oh, it's me.
He's the evil version of Ollie. Wally.
Yeah, Wally.
Yeah.
And then who do we have over there? We've got the owners of the VR Matrix.
Woo!
Hey guys, thanks for having us, and thanks for enjoying the games. I mean, thanking you to enjoy the games. I think it's appropriate because I think the experience is good, right?
Oh, I
Yes,
think so.
certainly.
Yeah, that was probably the coolest thing I've experienced video game wise. Like, we're all lifelong gamers, and
I'm a
that's
gamer.
pretty peak
Yeah,
experience.
you're speaking to the choir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
I started D&D like when I was a kid. I brought it. It was the very first time D&D came into Saskatoon. That's how old I am, but that's how long we've been gaming.
D&D OG.
Oh,
Nice.
Right here. Yeah, I was playing when I was like 7. D&D, which would give me nightmares though. And it was
we
so
had,
fun to play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then
I
I'd always
bet.
have
We had like
nightmares.
painted characters.
Well, and you guys played back when it was complicated as shit with Thaco and stuff too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like we're lucky that we have 5e. Less math.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know me, Earl Pereira, but that's my brother Edsel, who you guys just met. Pereira, and yeah, this is the spot.
So, whose idea was it to start this whole thing?
It was mine. So, yeah, it was. It was a 2-year-long project. So basically, the original one was actually gonna be an arcade.
Okay.
So like VR. So you guys have seen our competitor. I won't say their name. So they brought it in. I was
Yeah.
like, shit, they have it. And then I thought, you know what? It's really expensive to bring something like that in. Like capital wise, like you'd have to sell your house and farm out your kids and all that kind of stuff. So what we did instead was I just took a break from that business plan for that. And literally it was like another year, and I was like, I gotta do something. So I was playing an escape room game. You guys have played physical ones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah,
Big
so you're
fan.
there. So I'm playing. Like, I played them all pretty much as Saskatoon, and so I was like, shit, what? I bet you they have VR escape rooms. And so I started doing my research, and sure enough, I connected with 3, 4, 5 different software vendors all over the world, and here we are.
Yeah.
Well, I can definitely say that after doing the escape rooms in VR, I don't think I could ever do a physical one again.
I know what you mean.
It's just like, I can't take that step down again now. Like, it's too wicked.
Well, it's so, like, it's more than just an escape room experience. I will say there is, like, the magic, of course, of being in a physical room and getting to touch the objects. But what you're trading for that when you go to VR is that at the end of the escape room, you can shoot a dragon with a ballista.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in real life.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
So the two that we played were, we did the Dragon Escape, which, yeah, like we were in a castle and stuff like that, and we had to figure out how to get out of like this cage we were in first of all, and then we had to figure out these potions to find keys in this room and get out of that.
I wanted to help you guys so bad, but I couldn't.
Yeah, and we were so close for so long, and then we finally figured it out. And then, yeah,
I
at
knew
the end,
you
we
would.
literally had to shoot a dragon with a ballista. And then the second one we did was like haunted house more style. Like that
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
I enjoyed that one actually a bit better. I really liked the creepy environment of it.
Yeah.
The jump scares, I don't know like what the inspiration for the creature in that one was, but it was somewhere
It
between
kind of
like
reminds me of the bunker. You know, like
Yeah, a little bit.
like somewhere in between that and like the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
like the
Demogorgon-y.
Shambler from Call of Cthulhu.
Oh yeah. Somewhere,
Either way,
in
it's
that
really
milieu
creepy.
It's really
of
creepy.
Horrible tentacle
I didn't
monster.
expect it to like jump at me either. Like I was like, okay, I was prepared for that. And then when it did it, I was like, okay, that was more than I thought. It was
Like, oh yeah, we're dead. Cool.
yeah, we're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
that was the
can't-
other thing. I was like, we died? Like this is where's an escape room? I died?
That's you can't die in escape rooms either.
Yeah.
So
It's not Nightmare on
that's
Elm
right.
Street. You don't die in real life, and you die in the
Yeah,
game.
you can do shit that you can do in real life.
oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that's the coolest part.
I can punch
and we
Alex.
have almost 30 escape rooms. So
I
Yeah.
can whack him with a
Yeah. Nuts.
knife.
Well, and just like the environment also like gets to feel more lived in too, like with the backgrounds and stuff. Like in the Dragon Escape, like having those soldiers walking around in the
Yeah.
background, like that is, you don't get that with a physical escape room. You just can't have that.
Well, and also like I mean, the Dragon Tower escape was also fun because you kept poisoning yourself.
Yeah.
During the potion
Oh,
segment.
someone had to test it out.
That's right.
Well, were you
have
just
to
gonna
test things
stare
out.
at it? You
Yeah.
gotta drink it.
But when you made the actual potions, like you can't whip a vial of explosive goo at a wall
Yeah.
and have it actually blow up in a real escape room.
That's true. Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
your guys' favorite ones that you've done so far? I'm sure. Have you played them all?
No, I haven't even got to play them all yet.
There's so much.
I've played.
Ed probably has.
Yeah, I played. No, I haven't played them all. I've played about 25 of them, maybe. I got about 5 to go.
Nice.
Yeah,
how
they're
many there
scary
are.
though. So like, I'm not a horror
Save
guy,
the best for
but
last.
yeah. So I'll leave those till Halloween when I'm in the mood. But
Oh, I'm so coming here on Halloween.
Oh,
Ice.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
That would be sick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then we're bringing in new ones, right? So we have 3 new escape rooms coming in, and they're even more wild than the others.
Oh, man.
Actually 4. So we're gonna have over 30 titles.
nice.
Yeah.
How does that work with like? Do you get them all from like the same vendor, or is it kind of like almost like a store space that you can get them from?
No, these are commercial. So you do deals with these software companies. So no, they're not all from one company.
Right.
That's your question. So they're actually, like I say, we have 4 different vendors, and so the business model here wasn't going to be just one type of gaming, because there's like what you guys play was called free roam, so you can walk around like you would in real life, right? And then there is what's called room scale, where you'll have your own space. You can still walk around a little bit, but you actually walk with the joystick. So you actually
Point,
Yeah.
point and
walk around.
click, and it,
or
and it-
run.
and
So
that
you can
moves
actually run really, really fast with it.
Nice.
That's a little bit more similar to how VR kind of works at home, where you kind of bridge
Totally.
that gap.
That's
Well,
right.
just because you don't have
like the Batman
space.
game. You
Yeah, yeah.
Or just use the controller to. I want to go there and just click, and then now you're there. Right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, you're still sat in the same spot. Like you
Yeah,
haven't
moved.
actually moved.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
So I would definitely say, yeah, like even if you think you know what it's all about because you have VR at home, like, yeah, it's not the same. Like that is wild.
No, and
to
that's
walk around.
what we try to explain to people, like, because they're like, "Well, I have it at home." I'm like, "But it's not the same thing. You got to see what you guys were just doing, even from just watching you guys play videos. You're all moving around together
Yeah.
and weaving
I
in and
definitely
out
don't
of
have
each other,
I
never bumping
the
into
space
each
for
other.
this.
You know,
yeah.
it's,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
you're really there. You can actually see the other person, right? Right.
That
in
was the
front
other
of
thing
you.
that surprised me was the avatars you get is like that's very handy. Like I didn't know what to expect, like what was gonna be the rendered, but like yeah, it's very clever because it's very simple, but it very much fits the environment in a way, like in a way that completes it.
Well, and adequately gives you a sense of where your fellow players are in actual.
That
meat
was the other
space.
thing is like we were able to get real close to each other and hardly ever bumped into each other because it rendered so accurately that yeah we were able to get
It was
around each
accurate
other.
'cause I was able to tell which one was Alex because he was the tallest one.
That was the
You're
other
right,
thing.
yeah.
Height,
Yeah.
the height was
Yeah,
like
it does. It just the height. You get a little person, they're little.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like I
They're
was
in-
still
they're
looking
little in
down
the
on
VR.
Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'd love for you guys to try that room scale one. That one, I mean, like I say, you can run around. You can't run into each other, which is kind of cool because you're going really fast. And you'll want to run fast because there's some scary shit going on there. But yeah,
So
I
scary.
think that's the next phase in evolution. So we have like I say, 2 styles: room scale, free roam, right, and both arcade and escape room. So
Yes.
there's lots. I mean, we have.
yeah.
This
We
is,
literally have about 60, 70 titles. So
this is such a genius format for escape rooms too, because like escape rooms are already supposed to be confined spaces. So like being able to use this same space, which you can like use the VR to track and then just cycle through different rooms as you solve puzzles, mind blowing in the way
yeah.
that it just like form and function come together.
Well, yeah, and the way like looking at the space right now from where we are, like it looks a lot smaller than it feels when you're in it. Like when we got here originally, I was like, "Oh, interesting! Like it's a pretty small box. Like I wonder how that's going to feel." But yeah, once you get in there, the world feels big.
it just
Yeah.
expands the entire.
it
yeah, the
does.
graphics
Yeah.
is the whole place.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and like we played with almost max players. Like we played 5, and the max for the room
it wasn't
was
cluttered.
6.
No.
Yeah, it was not cramped. You could still like get around and like interact
like
with
the
the world
holodeck.
and see. Yeah, no, it feels like the holodeck. It's
That's
crazy.
not a big space either.
Yeah.
But yet they're in
Yeah.
a whole different world. Yeah, that's what it feels like, and you know, you can exactly if there's other ones you can do, like the Star Trekky one where it's like you go into like the turbo lifts.
Nice.
When you're in the turbo lifts, it feels like you're going up like 20, 30 floors and then stops, right? So you're all in this lift together, and
There's some
It's
wild
nuts.
games that
Yeah.
take you to and make you move in ways that you wouldn't even imagine would actually feel like you're climbing up, you know, a mountain, or you're on a mountain, you're looking down and going, oh my god, like if you're scared of heights. It literally feels right.
yeah, yeah, so cool. And that's another, yeah, like you guys were saying before, it's, you know, for a real escape room, as fun as they are because of, you know, everything's so tactile, it's just for them to, a business like that to change over to a new
Yeah.
escape, like that's renovations, you know,
Yep.
you're like
Oh, for real.
changing it over, that probably takes a while.
They're expensive too.
Yeah.
They're like
Oh,
100
they're-
grand.
Or we can just click a button.
Well,
and
I
you're
mean-
like, want to do another one?
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too with regular, like the traditional model for escape rooms, because if you want to have like moving parts and mechanics and doors and hatches, all of that stuff's got to be powered by like real mechanisms and real
Oh, yeah.
electromagnets and all that kind of crazy
Whereas here, you could
stuff.
just walk through a table, no problem.
Yeah, no, I did several times spawn in the middle of a table. That was pretty fun.
Well, that was actually another thing I wanted to say is just the way that like the objects, you like very quickly everything feels real.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like the table in the middle of the room initially, yeah, Dallas is spawned in the middle of it and it's kind of goofy, but then as soon as he's out of it, like you're avoiding the table just automatically, like
Yeah.
because your brain it feels that real.
Yeah, it took me
Yes,
a
that's
long
right.
time to figure out that I could just walk through it instead of go
Yeah,
all
because
the
it
way
doesn't
around
seem like
it.
you could, but like even the way you can kind of go under things too,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just the kind of the 3-dimensional aspect of
Yeah.
it, like it's insane how how it feels.
I can't wait for you guys to watch your video of what you're. It's hilarious because if people were like, okay, what the fuck are they doing? Because they wouldn't know. But you're like, literally, yeah, I'm climbing up, I'm going down in this tower or underneath this tunnel.
Going
and-
through this
Yeah, anyway, it's
tunnel.
hilarious. It's actually quite humorous. And yeah, like these big groups, I think it's more fun watching
Yeah.
than playing. Or I guess probably not. But
I feel like it's a different kind of fun because it's almost like I get the same thing at home where every once in a while I'll be playing like some kind of VR game with my brother and he'll be in the hot seat or whatever and doing something, and then just the watching him in real life interact with these things and get excited about like having his arm outstretched and just like clicking a button. There's something funny about that.
it is. It is actually
You
kind of
get, you
humorous.
get lost in it, and I
Yeah.
think that's part of the joy.
I feel like there's also something to be said for the way, like it's almost like DMing a bit. Like you get to
Yes.
be sat back and you've built this adventure and just let the players go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the secret is,
You-
but
you
can
know
they
what's
figure
about
it
to
out?
happen,
Yeah,
they have
you
no
can look at them and just
idea.
think, oh, these guys are idiots.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Eds did this, because he was always the DM. Usually.
Makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
kind of felt like it. Yeah, it still kind of feels like it. But no, there's some really funny things. Like just in speaking of watching people, there's some games in there where when you change, you can actually pick a character because you're not a character. You can pick one,
Oh, okay.
and then when they see themselves first in the mirror, like the dances they do, it's fucking funny.
Oh, I was full on dancing. I can't wait to see the video.
Yeah, so you look yourself in the mirror
Yeah,
with your
you're gonna
character,
love
you're
it.
just like, yeah, man. Anyways, I think that's the most fun thing.
Totally.
Everybody does it. Everybody dances. Yeah. I want you guys to play it. You'll know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like another thing I was wondering is like as far as like where the tech is at nowadays, because like I haven't really paid attention to like VR advancement in a while and stuff, but like from what I've kind of been gathering, like it feels reminiscent to me like the technology is almost kind of in what I was calling it earlier today. I was saying it's kind of in its PS2 phase, where the PS1 came out and it was really cool, but all the games were kind of the same. Everything was very samey. But now it seems like it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, now we can actually do things with this, and it's more diverse titles, and you know, it's and becoming a bit more accessible, popping up more, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, of course, it's gonna just get better. And I think a lot of people were hesitant to like play this because of like VR sickness. That was a real thing, and
Oh yeah.
so we actually were not the first people to open it here.
really?
Yeah, we're just the first to actually make it somewhat successful. So, but you know, they were using old technology back in. I think they were here in 2016, 2018, somewhere in that.
That,
when it first came
that
out.
would have been a rough time to try and get something like this off the ground for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, exactly. And I think some people were hesitant to try it, but when you actually put it on, it's
Yeah, no, it was
it's like wow,
seamless.
this is crazy, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I might be a little bit biased in the sense that I already have like experience with VR at home, but I do know what it's like to get the sickness where the like you're moving in the game and your brain has to calibrate for the fact that you're moving in the game, but you're not physically moving in your body. There's none of that, especially in the free roam. Like,
Yep. And that's the advancement that you're talking about. That's where it's at now.
yeah,
Even your gal Alex was saying she thought she was going to get
Yeah.
motion sickness, and she was like happily surprised she didn't at all. You know.
Well, it's good, like yeah, like cause like my fiance Lacey, she wears glasses and like she
'Cause of the
can't even
glasses,
she
yeah.
can't even do 3D movies like cause it like gives her a headache and it makes her really dizzy. But yeah, this nothing. Like it was pretty wild actually. Yeah. So yeah, if you have glasses, don't worry about it at all. Like it's yeah.
Yeah, and then get that reaction from a lot of people actually, especially that have the glasses.
Yeah, they put it on, they go, oh, and it's like, yeah.
Are there any things you're kind of looking forward to, like where you think the tech's gonna go?
Yeah, already working on it. So I mean, the gaming is just like one aspect of it. I'm working with some really big European companies to bring some VR AR tech in here into Canada. So I'm going to be a partner with them. They want me to be their liaison here in Canada. So I can't tell you anything, but there's some really cool shit. And it's not in the gaming sector.
Yeah.
So just wait, you'll see it.
Nice.
That's interesting.
Well, you may not see it, but you may hear about it. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it because, like, yeah, I said gaming. This is just like one thing.
You
And
guys
this
can
is
be
great,
our-
and I love it.
You
But
guys
I
can be
love
our
tech,
guinea pigs.
Period.
Yeah.
I do it for software companies, so I'm really used to like all the AI and AR and software in general. I've been in tech for a really long time, and I'm just really excited to bring more and more of it here, and really see and share, what VR and AR is all about. So I think it's gonna be cool. This is this is the fun part. The other one is it's gonna be fun, but I think it's more. It's hard to explain it without telling you exactly what it is, but.
Well, I think it's kind of just the fact that it's at this nexus point right now, kind of like where we're at with AI, where it's just like this is going to impact our lives in a lot of ways we don't actually know yet. Like VR could become, well, it probably is going to become a lot more commonplace in a lot of people's lives. And like, yeah, like beyond the gaming, there is going to be a lot of interesting uses for it, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I can just tell you, it's going to be in the education space, medical, all that kind of. So you'll see. Like I say, well, once I launch it here, it'll be. I think it'll be visible to most people, but yeah, it's kind of in that realm. So wait and see.
Oh, those Europeans.
Those
always
Europeans
ahead
are
of the
so good.
game.
Yeah, they are.
I
They're-
love vague promises of European AR technology. It's so tantalizing.
And they're great. The Europeans, they are ahead of the curve, with technology and VR. It's so popular. Like there are. When I did my research, there was a company out of Germany, and they have like 8 locations, like this. And then when you look at the locations, they're like 5 times bigger than this space.
Yeah.
And it's insane. It's like, wow, okay, I want to get there, but
You know what I'd like to see someday, bro, is like to be able to do like a full like D&D campaign.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna ask next,
Where you're
actually.
like just like we used to play,
Yeah.
that these guys still play, and like just going through everyone's their characters, and it's like an hour and a half, where you're just trying to get to the end, and you actually got to, kill some orcs along
Yeah.
the way,
Oh, that'd
and
be sick.
Well, because like I
know?
could imagine very easily having software that like kind of like I forget what Ollie uses to build his maps for our D&D campaign and stuff like that, but like having that in a like 3-dimensional space like this that we could walk through, like I feel like that wouldn't be too hard to build with things like that. Is there any software yet that like lets you make your own stuff yet?
no.
Because I feel like
It's-
that'll be a next step too.
Could be. It could be. Like I think if you could create like your own, like if you want to talk about D&D, your own environment. Yeah. I think that'd be cool. But I don't think so. Not right now. Maybe in AR. In the AR space, but we'll see.
Yeah, even just to be able to like sit in one room though like that and play D&D would be amazing too. Yeah, like just to have that extra immersion environment too. Like that'd be wild.
Yeah, I had some ideas around it, and I can work. So this company that I deal with, they're developers, so I could actually develop it if really wanted to. They don't do gaming as much as they do like other aspects of life, real life things. But I had an idea. It was kind of cool. So you're sitting, everybody's wearing VR, and you guys are all standing, and you got a dungeon master, and he's talking to the game, and then this a wyvern comes and attacks you and then all of a sudden and you actually have to now turn around and fight this thing. Anyways, I think it's some cool. Yeah.
The thief of the group always has to check for traps.
Yeah.
And then
Just
you're
completely
like,
geek out on
like, oh,
VR
bro,
and
your
Dungeons and
sword's
Dragons.
glowing. Your sword's glowing. Oh no. Where are they?
I could very easily. There's a game that kind of tries to translate the like tabletop experience into because the really big thing about tabletop is that it's like a social activity. Weird that I'm back for this episode. My very first
I know, right?
episode
You
on
were
the
the
show.
D&D guy.
I was the D&D guy.
That's cool.
But yeah, so like it's called For the King, but it tries to take the social and the working together gaming aspects of D&D and translate it to an RPG. I think it'd be really cool to see something like that taken the step further to VR. I think there's a lot of ways you could do it too.
I bet you any money someone's aware.
But no, we already have. We have
Yeah.
a game. We have a game. It's not D&D, but it's kind of like an army game. It is a tabletop thing. It's a single player, but it's so cool.
Well, that does sound...
Yeah, if you want to test it out, I mean, you can absolutely do it. But it's Efren's my other brother. He's one of his favorite games to play.
Yep.
So you walk up this table, you're in VR. It's a nice little world. Everything's interactive. You can put little tanks and gun turrets, and you upgrade them, and it's cool. Anyway,
That's exactly the thing I would want to spend forever
Like
doing.
playing like
Yeah.
Sid Meier's
oh, he played
Civ.
for hours. Like I think that's the benefit of coming here. Like you can when you work here, it's like all you do is play games. Yeah, it's like, oh, you need to go train. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna go play that game.
Yes, I gotta do some testing. You're like Will Ferrell and Elf, just like you're a game tester.
I guess
Tom Hanks
so.
and Big, I mean.
Yeah, it's like if I have to.
Twist my rubber arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody that works here, it's like you're supposed to be training. Well, basically playing a game.
Yeah. Dallas, could you imagine WWE 2K in VR?
Oh my
God.
body slapping someone through a table.
Or Grandma's Boy? Aren't they game testers in the movie Grandma's Boy? Yeah, that's what they do.
That's a throwback.
Yeah, we want to expand into like in the gaming side. We want to expand into in the arena space. Like we can do arena games, but they're mini, right? It's like one-on-one, player versus player. It's kind of cool still in a little mini environment, but we can expand it where you can have like 12 or 15 on 15, and you're like laser tagging or shooting each other with whatever. But
I was gonna say I'm envisioning like just as pure fantasy, like crystal ball type thing, like a Prairie Land Park Hall size space.
Oh.
That's just one of these,
exactly,
and then
that's
you just
that's
go
exactly
nuts.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's exactly
God.
it.
Like paintball.
That's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
That
so good.
would be so cool.
That's gonna happen. Yeah, that's gonna happen. And it's gonna be. There's some really neat titles for that. So things like one side. This might be morbid, but one side is one country, army, and the other one, and you're.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
wild.
no more or less morbid than any of the Battlefield games from the
Yeah.
past decade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
live Battlefield,
StarCraft,
I think
right?
it'd be kinda
There's so
wild.
much potential for like battle reenactment.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, totally.
Could like reenact like Thermopylae with VR.
Yeah. So if you guys actually, if you look at some of the
Seriously.
tals, I don't know if you saw it. If you want to,
Yeah, we kind of
we-
like
we
Chernobyl,
skimmed us
did
through
you see,
them.
you see Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So something like that. That's like reenactment, and you can actually experience it. It's pretty cool. It's wild.
That's
Love it.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really wild game. So.
A more basic question about the business itself. What's it like working with family?
It's not very easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not in the business as more. I'm like working on it, but I'm here supporting. If we have big groups, I know how to run everything. I can troubleshoot anything, so that helps on the tech side of it. But I was also in retail for almost 30 years, so I managed, at most like 30 some stores, 60 managers, 500 people, staff. So this is like kind of similar to that, and I love that environment. So that's why I come to help. But yeah, working with family, it's yeah.
But it's something that I think you always wanted to do. Like even when I was like, growing up, there was always, even in my early 20s, there was talk of like opening a video game store, and being able to host tournaments and do things like that, and get business plans for things like that.
Yeah,
over the years, right?
we were approved to it about 20 some years ago. Man, we're old. About 25 years ago. My other brother, he owns Handyman Rental. Shout out, little.
Yeah, he's busy with that.
Yeah, so that him and I, we were going to open a video rental store. We would have been the first one in Saskatoon, which would have been kind of cool. So we were going to do it. He backed out. What a jerk. Anyways, what a dick. And, so it's all good.
You're gonna save you guys a lot of money too, though. You never know.
So, but yeah, we had a video game rental store. So we saw the potential in that market, obviously, and then also we were going to have this cool room in the back where we'd have like 10 PCs. You can rent it and you can play your WoW games or whatever whatever.
Like a LAN cafe kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was going to be that's exactly what
and
it
back
was.
then, it would have been
That would have
new,
been so
like cutting
cool.
edge. Yeah. But it didn't involve it. I remember it's called a meeting, family meeting. Met at Denny's, and he pulled out all these folders, all labeled with the name of the, not the name of the business because it hadn't been named yet, but yeah, it was his full business plan of this. He already imagined all of this, exactly how it looks right now, and yeah, we were all blown away. I was just like, holy, how long have you been working on this, man? Because then he was like, what, year and a half? Yeah.
A year on this style of VR, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that you could do that. I didn't know there was VR escape games. And as soon as he said that as a business, the light went on, and I was like, this could work, just because of the competitive advantage. Like there's lots of other VR places you could go to, but none that you can do that. And I just thought that could be what sets us apart for sure. So far, it has.
Man,
That's been good. I think we get we have, not to brag, but we have over 50 5-star reviews in 3 months. So
Yeah,
I think it's
going very well.
Yeah, I
It's
can,
going
I
very,
can
very
understand
well.
why.
Yeah.
I will say, congrats on having what might be the most important epiphany ever had at a Denny's.
And it was just a matter of like, what are we gonna call it? I'm like, would we get in trouble if we called it Matrix?
actually Earl came up with the name. Yeah, that's true. I always
it was
say
like, not if it's the VR Matrix. I'm like,
that's the
then
name.
that's got to be it.
Yeah,
That's
that
what's
was it.
evocative.
You're like, 'cause that's what it feels like. You're in a whole other world, a whole other thing.
As long
Yeah.
as you don't open a second location called VR Matrix Reloaded, I think you're fine. I think then they might be kind of like, okay,
that one
guys.
I don't know if you guys have been to the website. But if you go chat with Trinity,
Yeah, it is. Trinity, man.
but you can also speak to Neo. Eventually, he's going to be our AI voice assistant. So so I don't know. We're
And
going to
then
get
if you're in trouble,
for that.
you'll hear from Morpheus. Then
On one hand, you have the red pill, and the left hand, you have the blue pill.
That's how you should do it when people
exactly,
come
man. Yeah. Oh,
Just imagining like the tech support side of the website, and instead of like picking from a list of options, you have to pick a pill. That's your specific
in.
issue.
Oh, this is really cool.
That's
We're in a
brilliant.
Dragon's Keep. You think that's air you're breathing?
I might use that idea.
that's really good. Actually.
I don't know what for, but I know I'm going to use that idea for something.
For sure.
Yeah, I love inventing things too. So I'm glad you have to invent like VR, but
Hey, stealing, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's pretty wild to see, like, like big parties, parties of people, they can book the whole place for hours.
Oh,
to
yeah.
yourself and all your friends, and have two groups running at the same time, and just it's pretty fun, man.
Yeah, that's what I think is really good about this place, like as opposed to like an arcade style thing of it, is the fact that like, yeah, you come as a group and you can all do the same thing, and it's a very collaborative experience.
Totally, yeah.
like,
People
yeah.
just chill here and like wait their turn.
Yeah.
So they can go.
Yeah, you've got a really great space for that where people can come in and out of certain games, and like the games don't last overly long either. So yeah, it's good turnover for taking turns with things.
Especially with the a little bit younger
That's true.
kids, like 10, 11, their attention spans, and the 15-minute games are just boom, perfect for them.
Yeah.
And they want to play a different one right away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to segue to that, like the kids. So we did actually, like when we were thinking about age group, who can realistically do escape rooms, right? 12, 13-ish, right? Kind of like that. And then we actually did bring in a new vendor out of the UK, and their games are kind of cool because we can now, if you can fit the headset, like if you're like 5 years old and you got a gigantic head and you can fit it, that's great. We don't need the joysticks to play. So it tracks your hand. So if you're just popping bubbles or some shit in a game, which there is actually a game you popping bubbles, but so we can now, our age range went down a little bit younger. So I would still say around 7, like for just understanding, but
Yeah.
we
Bigger
wouldn't
heads.
necessarily, like, they wouldn't necessarily need to do a hand controller, and then it's kind of more free, and well, they can't wreck our shit either.
Yeah.
I was surprised, how many kids games actually are available too. Like, yeah, it is a very good mix. Like, you can come here with any mix of age groups, and there will be it's diverse enough titles that everyone's gonna find something they're into.
Exactly. Yeah, it was part of our business plan was, this is for everyone, and we didn't want to restrict age groups, but in a sense, obviously we have to,
Yeah.
But somebody, I think the oldest person that came in here was 70,
Wow.
maybe
Damn.
older. So it was grandpa. So he was grandpa. There was grandpa, dad, and 3 grandsons. They're his
That's
sons.
awesome.
And man, I can't believe they actually finished the game. But they were actually really
Generations.
super smart. But the grandpa was like, "Okay, everybody, just calm down. Okay, So if we did, and he wore the pants. Anyways,
awesome.
it was kind of cool. But so yeah, I mean, it's for everyone.
Yeah.
How would you also describe the difficulty levels of like certain games? Like, do all the games come with different difficulty levels, or are some games just inherently more difficult?
Kind of both. Yeah. So we've known, like, I mean, they recommend, or they give us a description of it, like this is hard-ish, or or it's really scary, or like that. And then to your point, like some of them are just hard naturally, like Manor Escape. That's probably, believe it or not, it's actually one of our best titles. And
But it's not easy.
it's not easy.
I believe it. It was a lot of fun.
Was that one?
Yeah.
That was the one.
Okay,
that was
yeah.
the last one, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
That was the one where I kept shouting ball.
And it's
play,
cool
you
because
don't
if
know
you do
why.
go up a level, and if you want to play it on a harder difficulty, it's a little different. Like it changes on you. Like there's more to do, and they go into a little more detail as far as like, let's say that Dragon Tower game, like the potions or whatever. Then now it's like you have to get them in the right order, and when you go to the roof, there's more guards to deal with, and stuff like that.
Interesting.
The dragons are faster. The
Dragons are faster,
kind
yeah.
of like that.
Working with Lacey to try and put together. So one of the puzzles in that one was you had to create a potion to get access to a key, but you had to like piece together the recipe to it by matching up these fragments of paper that were like
Scattered around.
yeah, and some of them were red herrings too, and sitting down and trying to piece together which was such a fun exercise. And I'm really glad I was doing it with Lacey and not Dallas.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think we were a perfect tester group because we have such a spectrum of people like you and Lacey that are smart, and then people like Dallas that are just like, no, I don't want to do the thing. I just want to throw things at people.
Yeah.
I'm distracted.
Dallas,
you guys-
Dallas, who kept smashing potion bottles on the floor, until we got
Waking
one
the
of the potions
Demogorgon.
made that we needed, and then he downed it immediately
yeah,
without
right,
consulting anybody else.
Yeah, we all did all the work. He's just smashing crap in the corner, and then he's just like, "Oh, you guys are done? Thanks."
Credit where credit's due. He did help us solve
Yes,
the puzzle
there you
that
go.
involved
Yeah.
that.
That's the thing, you need everyone, all different kinds of brains to get through that, you know?
But where else can you do that and not get hurt?
Yeah, no, literally.
That's the thing. Yeah, we were able to
the
smash
fun part.
glass, blow
Exactly.
things up,
Throw
drink
things at each
potions.
other.
Yeah, stab each
I
other
threw
with
so
knives.
many things out, Alex.
Yeah, it's great.
It felt great.
Stick your hands in an open fireplace.
Yeah, I did that so many times.
Yeah, like it's so cool. You just can't get hurt. You just can't really die. So,
How often do new titles come out? Like, is it a pretty steady pace, or do they take a while to develop?
yeah, they take a while, but I mean, they're always in development. So we have one that's coming out. It's called Alien Infection. That's going to be a free roam. Yeah. Ooh. That one looks wild. So you think of like the technology advancements in gaming. You can just tell the difference, right? Even from our latest game actually is Ninja Trials. So you're going to become ninjas, right? So you basically have to do these 3 tasks, and then you fight the boss a couple times, and then you're ninjas. And then so something like that. So our newest, not that I mean the graphics in that game is really really good, right? But then the new ones are just they just got to improve.
See, sorry, go ahead, Will.
Oh no, I was just affirming.
I was just gonna say that like I'm really excited for like because like PlayStation's got PlayStation VR, but like again, as we said earlier, it's not the same. But I'm excited for like some of the big game studios to start looking at this space and start doing some stuff that you can do here, like being able to play Resident Evil 7 like this instead of
my
sat on the
God.
couch, or like Alien Fire Team Elite and stuff like that.
I
Like
think that's pretty much what's going to happen.
yeah.
All those games are going to be VR compatible.
Like once we start getting
eventually.
AAA titles for this kind of stuff,
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
wow.
Being able
I mean-
to free roam the Resident Evil 7 house, I think would be just horrible.
You'll get a lot of people.
Well, that one, the one zombie one, is kind of like that, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's totally, it
They're
really
they're
is.
more realistic.
I mean, you guys
zombies.
could trial and test it and have a look for yourself, and
are.
then you can.
Very Resident Evil-y.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool. There's some really really neat titles. Obviously, they can't use that name, but
Well,
we were
yeah.
gonna bring. You guys have heard of Ubisoft?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they actually have games we were gonna bring in here. We just couldn't. Well, no, we didn't want to tether the headsets.
Yeah.
We were like, our business plan was wireless all the way through, and they have a tether model for their games, but they get some really cool titles. So, anyways, yeah, we never did pursue it. Hopefully, they'll make it wireless and we can then play it one day. But yeah, they're just this is a group out of Germany for the Ubisoft.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. They got to make it wireless. Eventually.
The
know?
wireless head, that is the other pitfall of the PSVR at home, is being like actually hooked up to the machine. It doesn't happen that often now that we're like used to the setup, but there have been a couple times where you like don't quite know what you're doing, and especially if you're doing something scary, you jerk your head and then yank the thing off the wall. And
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, apparently you break a lot of those tethers, and they're not cheap. They're like
Yeah.
$30 a wire.
Oh gosh.
Every time you break it, $30, $30, $30. I mean, I don't know how many $30 you got to spend, but
Yeah. I'm also like a big fan of these headsets too. Like they're like very simple to put on, very simple to calibrate, very simple to get on tight to your head. Like, and they're very comfortable.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah, like not particularly clunky in
Yeah.
any capacity.
so the cool part about the headsets is the attachment. So we replaced the factory when that came. It's just like, I don't know, it's like elasticy type of things, and it looks really bad and makes your hair look bad after. But these ones here, why you guys feel the comfort is it's balanced. So there's like the balance in the battery and the heaviness in the front, and then you got the top
I
adjustment,
see.
and then so everything just feels like, everything feels like it's balanced. I mean, when you actually put it on without that, you feel the heaviness on the front.
Interesting.
Yeah, because the way it is right now, like it feels weightless.
Yeah,
Like,
Yes, exactly.
it doesn't even. Yeah,
you
I
very
can't even
quickly
feel it.
forget you're wearing anything at all.
Yeah,
Exactly.
isn't that the best?
That's the best. Yeah.
You can
I think
play around.
that's the first time we got that feedback on that, because I think people just take it for granted that, oh yeah, it should be comfortable. You know, I pay like $30 or $40. Should be. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
right?
like, okay, well, I mean, no, but
Yeah, no, that's fair.
The joys of being a late adopter.
Yeah, I don't have to deal with any of the original stuff.
yeah, no doubt. It's but yeah, everybody has a good time. Date nights. I mean, you know, from massive parties, we've done like 30+ person parties already, and like that's
Even just killing time to stay out of the cold in this cold city of Saskatoon. Just get in here, stay
I
warm,
love how
play a
poetic you tried to be with that.
I'm gonna rescue you, Dallas.
game. Hey, I haven't said much.
No, you're fair. That's fair.
I see why.
The price is right. I was gonna say it's not that much more expensive than say like a movie ticket to go and see something, and you get to actually like interact with the space. So it's very like not the kind of thing you could do every weekend necessarily.
But it's a good day out.
Yeah, good day out, good way to spend time with friends. Yeah, and a good way to not be out in the cold.
Yeah.
Apparently.
yeah. We live in Saskatchewan, so we wanted to bring something cool to Saskatoon. We'll bring it back anyways. I think people feel like we're the first. I feel like we are too, but yeah, coming out from the cold. I think even when it's going to be hot out, I think we'll still be, find some popularity. Just like you said, like watching a movie. You know, would you rather go bowling or you play some cool VR? Like, I don't know. I think I'd rather. I mean, I'd bowl
Honestly,
before, and it's
I'd
not
bowl
that
in
fun.
VR.
I'd like to have the option to do both. Like knowing that this is here and knowing that this is somewhere I could come back. It just like it is another one of those things that's just going to be on my radar now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it gets
amazing.
you out of the house, off the couch, and you're out there moving around, interacting, having a blast. Like, yeah, it's a good time.
What's the smallest amount of people? Like you, I guess you did say you can even go solo, can you? Like,
We have single player games. That's not our business model, but I think we're gonna adopt it, like just solely because we have the empty spaces like this corner. Somebody could literally and it would be like more room scale, like
Yeah.
we were talking about. So they would just be in their own little space, and they could play that game that we were talking about, or all this single play. They could be Apollo Creed and boxers. We have that, so it's kind of games like that.
nice.
You could make like a VR lounge room where everyone just sits here and they have a headset on. They just get to look at stuff around them.
Get off Reddit.
Well, that was kind of what you were
That was
talking
the
about.
i- that was one of the
This
ideas,
space
actually.
Yeah.
was going to be, it still could be a one solo player area.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
be
Wait.
doing this. Yeah.
I mean, might be kind of dual. Words. Might be kind of cool to do something like that and then have like some kind of like board game setup. Or I know there's like those board game simulators through Steam and whatnot, so that you can play with people like across
yeah.
the world. Might be an interesting way to like trial out games that don't exist, or have like more fanciful versions of games, like maybe like a Jumanji type thing.
Oh yeah, like yeah.
For sure.
That'd be really cool, actually.
That would be. And I feel like we kind of have it, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that
It's kinda what it is.
Jungle Quest?
yeah,
Well, I don't know. I didn't try that one.
yeah, like Jungle Quest, survival.
Jumanji.
You're like you get in a plane crash and you're playing Survivor basically, right?
That'd be cool.
And trying to get off an island. So, I mean, that's pretty cool if you ask me. I mean, you didn't die. You actually were on the plane. You crashed, and you survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Right.
Roberta said, like Lost.
Just basically lost.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, they can't call it lost, but it was lost.
I mean, VR lost.
We are lost.
That seems to be the theme around here.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, in keeping with anything else tradition, Dallas, do you have any questions for our VR experts over here?
Well, you asked. Well, we already had.
Yeah,
the
I already
wrestling-related
took that away
part.
from you. So,
Yeah,
do you have anything else?
If any WWE personality would be your dad, which one would it be?
Yeah, there we go. That's my question to you.
Well, The Rock is our little brother, but I don't know if that answers your question.
Oh,
Like, which wrestler do you look at and go, "That's my dad"?
Which wrestler in grade 3 did you tell your classmates? was your dad?
Oh, I know.
Ricky the Dragon.
No, yours would be Superfly.
Oh yeah,
Snuka.
I was gonna say
yeah.
Jimmy Superfly,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah, Jimmy
I
Superfly.
didn't want to date myself, and you guys would be like, "Holy, Jimmy Superfly Snuka." No.
You guys even
Ricky
know
the
who that
Dragon
is?
at least is a little bit later on, you know.
There's
Or
no-
Rey
there's-
Mysterio could be my dad too,
There you
though.
go.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna say, there's nothing we can say that will date you guys. No offense, more than the LAN party talk, the LAN cafe thing.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Totally, man. Yeah, you guys might not even been born yet. Jeez.
Oh yeah, I'm a baby.
Well, it's kind of
Yeah, no
it's
kidding.
interesting that like Dallas, like the three of us aren't that old, but we've still been around for probably like the most of the video game explosion. Like we've been around since PS1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of
You
wild
lucky
how fast.
bastards.
Yeah, no, real.
The shitty games we had to play before you guys came around, man. Holy.
Are you guys in your 20s or 30s?
Oh, 20s.
Yeah.
20s.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I think. Am
was
I the
for-
youngest?
Yeah, you are. I always forget
How old are
that.
you?
Okay, I'm 22.
Oh yeah.
You're actually a lot younger than the two.
Yeah, I just graduated university.
Oh, wow.
Well, so did
Yeah.
I. So.
Well, you know,
you think you're
I
special?
just finished my undergrad degree.
Well, yeah, I finished
Yeah.
my
But
master's.
You were
Yeah,
younger than my
exactly.
youngest daughter, so
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. You're like
Dad!
you're like GameCube old.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm PS2 old.
PS2 old.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
first system I ever remember playing for the first time was PS2.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
the one I have.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, see,
Yeah,
I had,
you're little.
I had
Yeah.
PS1. So I'm just
First
slightly older than you
console we
guys.
ever had was in television.
Oh,
No,
that's
it was
so
before. It was
cool.
before that even.
We had something before in television?
Yeah, there was a thing. I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember that. I
The
was I was
Amico?
too young. I am the youngest
Or
of the
no.
family. by the way.
I can't remember the name of it now, to be honest. But it was before that, and
think
then
I'm
in
thinking
television was like, oh, we got to have that.
Miko is Tommy Telly.
That thing was cool.
Holy, yeah.
bullshit
Yeah, I don't
console.
even
Who,
remember
who
that.
ended up with all those video game systems
Oh,
again
what
that
is it
you
called?
originally offered me?
Doesn't it start with an A or
Juice.
something?
Might have been the
Oh, wow.
Atari.
Yeah, those are Juice's systems.
Yeah.
Atari 2600.
Yeah. My brother Harrison has them all
I
now.
can't remember.
Because he was like, he's like, bro, do you know anyone that's got like a Dreamcast or a GameCube or anything like that? I'm like, I have all of them in a bin right here. So now
That's crazy.
he does have them right
Yeah,
now.
Earl DMs me. He's like, "Oh, would you like a bunch of video games and video game systems?" Fuck yeah, I would. Oh, sorry, gave them away. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, our other brother who's not here. Yeah, he's got them. He's got them all. There was 4 Dreamcast controllers too.
Oh, that's
With
so
the Dreamcast.
sick.
That was it's insane. But he plays, he collects. That's kind of his thing. He was just like
Dreamcast.
starting this vintage collection.
Nice.
Yeah. We had a Sega Genesis here
Really?
in the warehouse. Yeah.
That brother is vintage.
Yeah. Sure, man.
He looks like our oldest brother, and he's like the second youngest.
What's your favorite Sega Genesis game?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, I mean, it's hockey for sure. NHL 94,
Yeah,
93, 94, 95.
Little callback to season 2 premiere. Go watch that episode.
Mine would be
Yeah. Did I talk about that already, you guys?
Oh yeah, you talked
Yeah.
about the hockey tournament and
Oh,
everything.
yeah. I told him about the cup.
Oh yeah, the cup, the prayer cup.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
No way!
Oh yeah, he has it here.
You guys are about to get some anything else lore.
Like a, can we do it? Is
Only
drum
here.
roll possible? Do we? Can we
I mean,
get like
eventually
a,
Dallas is going to be able to load up sound effects on his
one
board.
day. One day.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll just get
that'll be in
Mine
the
was-
season 3 premiere.
My favorite Sega Genesis game is the popular Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
No
That's a good
way.
Oh
Yeah.
my god! Oh, that's so sick!
What? Incredible. That's awesome.
Played on this.
Yeah.
Oh,
For, I guess for the main viewers, because I think this is going to be audio only, except for the TikTok crowd. Hello, TikTok crowd. This is the Pereira Sega Cup. It is an
We'll
actual
put a picture up
trophy
on-
with a plaque engraved that says Pereira Sega Cup. That's so sick.
Oh, yeah, and you have to drink out of it when you win the cup too.
I just love the like engravings. Yeah, Toronto Maple Leafs, Earl, Edmonton Oilers, Everett. 93 to 94, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
They're
amazing.
kind of hardcore. Yeah.
We got to start doing something like that, guys.
Yeah, you could tell Advance moved on from Sega because there's a bunch of blank ones there where it didn't. It lasted a few years at least, you know.
Yeah, we are pretty hardcore gamers, so.
Which I think is one of my favorite things about you guys is that like it just this whole idea of you never have to fully grow up.
Yeah.
No.
Fight it your whole life.
Yeah.
Video games is great. Never stop playing.
Yeah.
Should we hit them with some of our regular segments real quick?
Sure.
If just for
Hit it.
fun. I've still got
Yeah.
them from our season 2 segments. We'll be re-upping all the questions and such for season 3, but I've still got the season 2 quick fires here. What's your guys' favorite Jack Black movie?
I forgot.
School of Rock.
Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna say
Actually, this will be funny because we can see if Earl says the same things.
Yeah, see how good his memory is.
did I say high
You were
fidelity?
the first one to get these.
Did I say high fidelity?
Yes, you
so,
did.
yeah,
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
You did, and I immediately was like, "That's a great answer."
Yeah.
That's great. I forget he's in that movie.
Yeah.
I consider that to be the first like Jack Black movie.
It is,
Like it's
yeah,
the first
for
one where
sure.
he's Jack Black.
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
William? We haven't actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you were
I
season
guess.
1, so yeah. What's your favorite Jack Black movie?
Oh man.
You can say Kung Fu Panda,
I
man.
was-
we won't
I was-
judge you,
I was
man.
We've had a
that
lot of Kung Fu Panda. We had a
Oh,
lot
man.
of Kung Fu Panda this season.
That is your gen.
You know what though? I am gonna go for a bit of a dark horse pick. This is a movie that came out well before I was born, but my dad really likes it, and he shared it with me. And it's Nacho Libre.
Yes.
Love Nacho
Nacho
Libre.
Libre is fantastic.
Oh, of course.
That's good.
Weirdest celebrity crush, and by weirdest we mean niche.
Could be real, could be fiction.
Celebrity crush. I
Lara
mean,
Croft.
That's a good one, considering we're
Okay.
into video gaming.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's the,
Well,
that just
one?
explains how hardcore videos
I'm
were.
gonna say something that I probably said before, and she's in The Matrix 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Monica Bellucci.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
last
that's what
time?
you said. I remember. This is
So
actually
yeah,
really great.
I wasn't full of shit, man.
How about you, Will?
That's a good question. I'm contemplating it. Who's the voice actress for Sandy from SpongeBob?
Who is that again? It's someone famous.
What a horrible answer.
A voice actor.
No, see, Dallas's answer in the season finale though was, do you remember what you said, Dallas?
Oh,
you
the-
butchered the name of the movie.
It was the woman from Road to El Dorado.
What
but
did
I
you
said,
call it?
I said El Chapo.
It's a Road to El Chapo.
Oh no.
What's your comfort food?
I think it's for me. It's got to be all dressed pizza.
Interesting.
That's a good pick.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Comfort food. Did I answer this before?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh. Did I say my mom's food?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe so.
Yeah.
How about you, Will?
Also Earl's mom's food.
Whatever she made, Mama, you're gonna like it, man. You're gonna eat it.
Oh man. I got some real life flack the last time because I think last time it was guilty pleasure fast food.
Yeah.
I got some flack for my answer of Arby's.
We had a lot of people go anti-Arby's last season.
That's my first job, man.
You know what? Yeah, I stand by that decision.
Person only.
I'm gonna stand by
Person
this
only.
decision also. Bread.
Bread.
Love bread.
Speaking of Arby's, that ties in
bread.
the whole Sega Cup. I quit my job because it was getting in the way. of the league.
I still think
Because
about
if you
that.
don't show up for your game, the guy your opponent has to play your computer, and the computer Sega hockey is just the puck bag. You know, you
Yeah.
can beat them
So
10-0. You know.
Yeah,
So I would get
so
pissed
bad.
off.
The
I would
goalies
see,
just
I would see
automatically
my team
suck.
lost like 10-1, and like, I'm like, that's it. I'm giving you my apron.
Like, I will literally be
job
sitting
is
in traffic
over.
and chuckle thinking about you saying that, actually. Like, oh my God, that's good. When given the option between elevator and stairs, do you take the stairs?
half and half.
Interesting. Depends how many.
Depends how many.
Yeah.
What's your floors limit?
13.
Interesting.
That's higher than mine.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stairs.
The math is like, am I gonna be able to climb it faster than the elevator is gonna take to get here and take me up? And most of the time, the answer is no.
Man,
It's definitely no.
I got tricked into going up the stairs in like this famous cathedral in Cologne, Germany,
Oh yeah.
with my bandmates
yeah.
I was there with. I almost died going up. There was 1,000 steps, man. Like it was like
Yeah.
it was so. It kept going and going and going. I was like, what are we doing, you guys? So
Bro, I don't know if you've climbed Mont Royal in Montreal or
Oh, sir.
Diamond
was
Head
awful.
Crater in Oahu, but those are nasty also.
I have climbed to the top of St. Paul's Cathedral in London, and that is a very similar experience where it's just
too many.
so many stairs.
I remember Ollie almost passing out just going up to CFCR.
It's not like only 10 stairs. He's about died.
He's a very fit man, Ollie Elder.
Yeah. If I had proper footwear, that might have helped. But I did not. I was
That
wearing
always helps.
these sandal type
Oh yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Bad.
That kills
Yeah,
you.
terrible.
Yeah, bro, that always helps.
Where in the world has the best tap water?
Not PA.
Not Regina.
I think PA is actually pretty good. But
Oh, maybe it was just the house then. My aunt and uncle used to live in PA, and their tap water was kind of garbage.
Be say be like up in like the mountains somewhere, like
That's usually what people go
Yeah.
for.
Oh yeah.
like Banff or something like that, or like
Saskatoon's
water?
is pretty good.
It's improved
Yeah,
from the
it's
last
pretty
time I
good.
lived here.
Yeah.
I'll say like Victoria.
yeah, like I was gonna say on the
Yeah.
island,
Yeah.
Mount
Mr.
Washington.
Vancouver over
Island
there, I'll be
water.
impressed with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
If you won the Lay's flavor competition, what flavor of chip would you introduce?
I'd probably do all dressed pizza flavor.
Oh yeah. Ooh, that's a really good one.
Bread flavor.
Don't do it.
Flavored chip.
Earl's mom's chicken adobo.
Yeah, there you go.
There's an adobo. There's an
was
adobo
legit.
flavor now.
Yeah?
Of chip. Yeah.
Nice.
No, I think I would be lame, and I would do lemon pepper.
Lemon pepper. Lemon pepper, that's interesting, actually.
That
I,
actually would be
I
great.
love,
dig that.
I love
Yeah,
lemon
fuck with
pepper.
That would be good.
Those are all good answers.
This is just an open-ended question. Best tree.
Tree, Tree.
Yeah, tree. T-R-E.
Of
I really
VR
like
tree.
the rubber tree.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a very
Yeah.
neat.
It's
I
cool.
like that.
It's cool.
Did you also tell us?
I didn't know it was
VR
real.
tree?
Yes.
It's actually real. I was like, what the hell is
Yeah,
this?
don't they literally scrape rubber like off the
Yeah.
bark of the tree?
Yeah, and it's like
or
different
whatever?
colors and shit. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, this is real. Couldn't believe it. Anyways,
Yeah, like banana or coconut tree.
Both
You were like
very
ever?
good
I always pictured if
answers.
you're on like a desert island.
Yeah.
If you had one of those, you're good.
Yeah.
You know, you will live,
The guy with the reggae band likes desert
fair.
island trees.
Yeah.
Wow.
right?
yeah,
You will
My
live.
grandpa had a crabapple tree.
Oh, that's a good one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
a pizza tree.
I think I would go olive tree.
Olive tree. Interesting.
Oh,
I really like cooking, and olive oil is
Ah.
like a.
Is that where olives come from?
Yes. Where did you think?
so you think you mean like
bush.
in Portuguese
Yeah.
is Oliveira. Oliveira.
Sure, I'll
No, it
take
is.
your word for it.
Did you guys know like Pereira is pear tree?
Oh, Oh, I
That's what
did
our business
not.
is.
That's cool.
Pear
So
Tree.
we're Pear Tree Entertainment,
Entertainment.
Inc. That's our corporation, but yeah. So
Interesting.
anybody's a little fun fact.
I've learned
Pay data?
something today.
You heard it here
Excellent.
first.
There you go.
The
It's not Apple, it's pear.
Yeah.
What household item would you most like to have a chat with? My VR headset.
My trophy.
Sega Genesis.
Repeat the question again.
Right?
What household item would you most like
Household-
to have a chat with?
Household item.
Could be an appliance, could be furniture, could be anything you want.
Can't remember what I said.
I think my TV, because I do. I touch my TV a lot. I don't know why. It's weird.
So you don't have to go to the remote and tell it to change to a different channel. Just yell at it.
Just Alexa Dallas.
It's the
It
biggest,
exists already, Dallas.
the just biggest nerd.
My Roomba.
Your room.
Roomba, yeah.
I don't think that's what you
Right.
said last time.
I think that's what you said last time.
Did he?
right? Yeah.
A Roomba would be
Pretty
awesome,
sure.
right?
Actually, yeah, I'm like,
Tell it what to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Roomba, cool, clean.
Yeah.
Come
That's
back.
pretty much what you said.
He's even saying the same thing.
Bring me a,
Word
a
for word.
drink.
It's like it's
This is trippy, man.
like a script or something.
I'm getting deja vu.
Well, have
like
you guys
girls
ever
that-
eaten at Yapong's dim sum?
oh yes.
Yeah.
Do you get the robot to bring you food ever?
I have not got
No.
the robot to bring.
I
me
never
food.
had that. What?
Yeah, it's like a robot like from Rocky
That's
4.
high tech.
Just like, yeah.
The birthday
That's
pop.
like-
He comes around the corner with a tray, all your food's on it. Says something when you can't really understand it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It's something you just assume is in Chinese or something,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
actually gibberish.
Yeah.
Neat.
How about you, Will?
Worth going.
For
that.
household appliance.
Or anything, household item.
You know what? I think it would have to be my dad in college had like a shitty panini press that just like lived with him wherever he went.
I thought you were gonna
and-
stop at your dad in college.
So I can tell you some stories. Right?
Daddy.
Yeah, that's
Right?
kind of where I'm
Tell you
going
some
with that.
stories.
Like if I, in the abstract, if I could have a conversation with my dad's hand-me-down panini press, I'd love to know like where it went and what sandwiches it made and for whom. I think that'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
Who touched this thing?
It was gnarly when I went to clean it. So.
What did it see?
Yeah, right.
Like, what did you see? What did
Maybe
you
actually,
witness?
maybe I don't want to know what the panini press.
That's what I'm saying.
saw.
Like,
Yeah.
what did you witness in the kitchen?
Panini press would be like murder. Forget it,
Kill
Panini
me.
press. I don't want to know.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to bring
Dad,
you into
where was
this.
I born? Well, son, I don't want to tell you. This might be funny, but in the
What's
kitchen,
my purpose?
Kill me. what chain restaurant has the best bathrooms?
I can't remember what he said last time.
Oh, I know what I said. It's not really a chain, but it kind of is. I think there's only like maybe one in Montreal, one in Ottawa, but it's that shawarma place.
Yeah.
That has the
Disco
ball
bathroom.
in the bathroom.
Disco shawarma.
There's a button on the wall. It's like,
That's
push
cool.
me. And you're like, what's this? Boom, all of a sudden music starts blasting, disco ball turns on, lights turn off.
crazy.
You're just like, what? It's the best.
yeah, I think like PF Chang's in Arizona.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's
was
a
a
good
nice- that was a
call.
really nice
That's a
bathroom.
good pull.
Oh,
I see your PF Chang's and I raise you Moxie's.
Yes.
I've never
Yes.
I've never
Oh my
had
God.
a bad shit in a
Oh my
Moxie's.
god, that was my exact answer. Moxie's.
Yeah, Dallas, why
Can
are
I-
you going with that?
Because they have TVs
Above
on
the
above the
urinals.
urinals.
If there's
And
TVs
they're
above your
different
urinals,
channels.
Dallas thinks you're the
And they're,
fanciest place
they're
around.
different sports channels. So you can go to your favorite sports
Oh,
channel.
yeah.
and-
yeah, right in
yeah.
front of your face,
Depressing
right?
rationale.
Can I tell you where the worst bathroom in the world
Go
is?
for it. I doubt you'll beat the. I'll tell you. Tell us that, and then I will give you a story that the Aaron Ball band told us.
Oh, dear.
Somewhere in China.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know where. Anywhere in China. Every bathroom in China, basically. And you could be in a nice, decent restaurant, you know, like the Lazy Susan on the table. You're feeling like you're having it. Then as soon as you go to the bathroom, you're like in the medieval days. And it's like dirt floor with like a river of crap flowing. And there's like stalls. But in the stalls, there's rope. And you have to hold on to the rope. And
What?
yeah.
Is this real?
Yeah, and piss and piss
Chad,
and
is
crap
this real?
into
Any
a
of our
stream.
Chinese listeners,
A
can you
stream
fact check
on
this for
in
us?
dirt. And then next thing you know, you're like back into the restaurant again. You're like, where was I?
Alex,
What was I
think you're
holding
fucked.
onto a rope for?
I don't think you can raise shit. I think you're pod committed now.
Well, Aaron-
but
China VR for you.
The Aaron Ball Band out of Idaho told us. Aaron was telling us that they stopped at a McDonald's, which was already a bad idea. He said they stopped at a McDonald's. I forget what state he said they were touring through when they did this. And there was just this old man standing in the corner in this McDonald's bathroom, and Aaron was waiting on the stall to free up. And this old man just dropped his pants and took a shit in the middle of the McDonald's bathroom, and then just walked out.
That's a mic drop.
yeah, that's pretty bad too.
That's a bad one, yeah.
How about you, Will?
Oh,
You already answered.
well, yeah, I
yeah,
said
it was
Moxie's. I
Moxie's.
said Moxie's.
We'll also give our usual shout out to Wynyard Co-op for having a great bathroom whenever we're driving to Manitoba.
I'll take your word for that one too.
Oh yeah, right. And then we stopped doing this one because it no longer was relevant to the 4-slice toaster thing. Our last one on this one is just sports ?
I mean, Earl and I played a lot of athletics. Probably played more, so it's really hard. Like, but if I were to pick, you gotta pick one.
Yeah.
I mean, I played soccer forever, but it's not. I don't think it's that. I think golf.
Interesting.
Yeah, because as an athlete, it's like, well, you know, Earl and I could play a lot of different sports, but golf is really fucking hard. It challenges your athletic ability, and it humbles you as an athlete.
Oh yeah.
So that's my
we
language.
we have golf.
We do. Oh. We even have the device,
Little
the
PGA
handle.
tour.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Anything else exclusive secrets?
You heard it
It's
here
not for
first,
anyone
folks.
else to play except us.
VR
And our
Golden
friends.
Tee. That was so good.
Man, I like so many sports. Sega hockey? No, just kidding. I don't know. I think my favorite time playing sports was probably age 8 to like 11, playing soccer, and
Yeah.
Eds was
Ooh,
my
yeah.
coach. Yeah, he played me the whole game. I never came off, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to play the whole game, and I always got to.
Yeah, you and Scotty.
Yep. Felt like I was way better than I think I was.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm born at the end of the year, so I was actually playing with kids like a grade younger than me. So I was very dominant against them. I felt like, you know,
That's true.
until I got into my own age group, and I was like, I quit soccer. This sucks. It's hard. I'm gonna play basketball now.
Nice.
Yeah, you're a good baller.
Yeah, I could play ball.
Why are Filipinos so good at basketball?
It's our national sport.
Is it hard
Is it really?
Is it hard to play basketball during this season time of the year?
It's an
During the winter?
indoor sport as well, Dal.
Oh, I guess so.
It's not all street ball. Dumbass.
Well, you know, it's like ice
It's like
hockey.
civic centers and stuff.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
But
I didn't
why?
think of it.
I think ice basketball should be a thing. though.
Ice-sketball.
Basketball.
Well, have you guys got anything else with the VR business you want to shout out here at the end? I
Go
think
ahead,
we've
bro.
covered a lot
do
of
your,
it. But
Do your plug, bro.
What plug is that?
Well,
where's your socials?
everyone, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
All the
Yeah,
names
for
of our
sure. Oh,
socials.
yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, we're you can find us on VR Matrix Team on all the socials. That's the real deal. VR
At
Matrix.
VR Matrix Team.
At VR Matrix
Yeah, I'll
Team,
put that in.
Nerd
I'll
alert.
put the link in the description.
TikTok, Instagram, the Facebook. Yeah.
Is your guys' TikTok for this place going to be a lot of just posting people looking stupid playing VR?
I think it has been already.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to be one of them. Yeah.
yeah, I think you guys will be, and it'll be, yeah, it's fun to watch.
Just see the story
Got
I
its own meme on
posted
its
of
own
you guys
create.
tonight. getting freaking fried by that dragon. It's Daenerys flying on a dragon
It's
and
cool.
saying Dracarys.
That's a cool post. I think that's the most creative post we've had so
Right
far.
when you're like, I just died. Someone says that.
Yeah, somebody said that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
It's
yeah,
cool.
everyone come down, bring the whole family, groups of friends. You know, if you, and yeah, you don't even got to worry about the motion sickness.
You don't.
That's not a
Sunday,
thing.
Sunday family day, or what we're doing is we're trialing it. We're going to see. So every Sunday, you can bring 3 or more, and you get an auto discount in the bookings. You got to book online, vrmatrix.ca. That's vrmatrix.ca,
Yeah.
and book online and get that. Yeah, come play Sunday. Have some fun with the fams.
Yep.
7 plus. So ages 7 plus, you know, as long as they can fit the headset, and we have games for pretty much everybody.
Gotcha.
Sunday family fun day.
And using
Yeah.
promo code anything else.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We're gonna want to do something with you guys to keep this going throughout the rest of your season.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of the rest of the season, so we don't know when Ollie's going to be back from the UK yet. Eventually, he'll give me a timeline, but until then, I think we are going to try and get the pod fired up again. So look out for season 3. Our new home. Well, we won't give away where our new home's probably going to be, but we might have Will hop on a few as a guest host and see what other musicians we can crop up from Saskatoon and see what else they have to talk about.
Yeah.
We also have some insane ideas for maybe taking this show on the road this summer in the fall. We're going to see how that goes too. But yeah, well, what do you want to do, Will?
You can't get rid of me.
Yeah, we're going to do a vote.
Sorry, Ollie.
Are we keeping Ollie or are we keeping Will?
I'm here.
The
now.
fans vote.
It's gonna be a VR fight to the death.
VR fight to the death.
No,
You gotta
I
program
I will
us.
hop on for probably a couple more of these at the very least.
Oh,
But
yeah, man.
yeah, shame Ollie can't be here. I miss the guy.
It's okay. He'll be
Yeah.
back eventually. All right. Well,
You can always phone him in.
sorry to Adam Beidle. We ran out of time. Catch you next time.